Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where history isn't just old, it's oddly fascinating.
From forgotten facts to bizarre backstories, we dig into the dusty corners of time,
So you don't have to. I'm Jody Lynn, your amateur historian and full-time trivia hoarder.
And I'm Ephraim, here for the facts and the fun.
So let's rewind the clock and press play on the past. Behind every story of a haunted house or restless spirit, there are people whose lives were forever changed. Families who lived in fear, investigators who sought answers, priests who performed rituals, and skeptics who tried to explain it all away. Tonight, we're going to pull back the curtain on some of the most infamous paranormal cases in history and a few lesser-known hauntings that slipped under the radar. We'll explore what happened, who investigated, how the families were affected, and how the media turned these events into legends that still haunt us today.
This episode isn't just about the ghosts themselves, it's about the human side of these hauntings, the trauma, the controversy, the accusations, and the fascination that keeps these cases alive decades later.
First, we're going to look at the Amityville Horror from 1975 in New York. Few cases loom larger in paranormal lore than Amityville. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his parents and siblings in their home in Amityville, New York. Just a year later, George and Kathy Lutz purchased the house, moving in with their 3 children. They knew of the murders, but claimed they felt comfortable in the home at first. Within days, strange things began to happen. George grew increasingly irritable and obsessed with the fireplace, complaining of always feeling cold. Kathy claimed she levitated off the bed, doors slammed shut on their own, a slime-like substance oozed from the walls, and their daughter spoke of a pig-like entity named Jody, who appeared in her room, not me. After just 28 days, the family fled the house, leaving all of their belongings behind. Investigators swarmed the scene. Ed and Lorraine Warren conducted a seance, claiming to encounter a demonic presence. Paranormal journalists documented strange photographs, most famously a picture of a boy with glowing eyes peeking out of a doorway. The Lutz family gave countless interviews, and a best-selling book cemented the case as the Amityville Horror. Hollywood quickly followed with a film franchise, but skeptics argued the entire haunting was a hoax designed for profit. Regardless of the truth, Amityville remains one of the most iconic paranormal cases of all times. Did you watch those movies?
No.
They seem campy.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is with a lot of... excuse me.
Jesus.
Like I said, a lot of ghost horror movies. You seen one of them, you've seen them all.
Okay, real quick. I have to ask. Do you think the reason for that is because they are real and it's just how those kind of things go? Like the experiences? Or do you think that's just Hollywood playing off of the thing that they know works?
Just playing off of what they know works.
Okay.
Because it's like in the 80s and 90s, how every slasher movie was kind of the same. Mm-hmm. Final Girl, serial killer, bazillion sequels because they knew it worked.
That's fair.
Freddy Krueger, Jason,
Scream,
Ghostface.
Yeah.
Not really the Hellraiser series.
I feel like that one was hit or miss.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, that one for sure.
Because they knew it would work.
Yeah.
And that's why they made a bazillion of them. That's why they tried to do reboots, and that never really took off. Because at that point, they were exhausted.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Enfield Poltergeist in 1977 London. Across the Atlantic, another case captured worldwide attention, the Enfield Poltergeist in London. The Hodgson family, particularly 11-year-old Janet, became the focus of violent activity in their council home. Furniture slid across rooms, knocking sounds echoed through the walls. Neighbors and police officers reported witnessing chairs move by themselves. Janet was even photographed levitating from her bed. Most chilling of all were the guttural voices that came from her, deep, raspy tones that some believe were voices of spirits. Investigators Maurice Gross and Guy Lyon Playfair from the Society for Physical Research documented hundreds of incidents. Skeptics accused Janet of ventriloquism and trickery, and she later admitted to faking some events to test investigators, but maintained that much of what happened was real. The media swarmed the story, tabloids ran dramatic headlines, and the BBC produced specials. Decades later, The Conjuring 2 reintroduced the Enfield Haunting to a new generation. Like Amityville, it became less about whatever was true and more about how deeply it captured the imagination of the public.
Next, we'll look at the Perron family haunting from 1971 in Rhode Island. Before Amityville or Enfield became household names, the Perron family endured nearly a decade of strange experiences in their farmhouse in Harrisville, Rhode Island. Roger and Carolyn Perron moved in with their 5 daughters, only to encounter spirits ranging from benign to terrifying. The most infamous was Bathsheba Sherman, rumored to have been a witch who cursed the land. Carolyn claimed to be physically attacked and even possessed at times. Ed and Lorraine Warren again became involved, attempting multiple cleansings. The Perrons never found relief, but they stayed in the home for nearly 10 years before leaving. The daughters, now adults, have written books and continue to share their accounts, insisting that much of what happened remains unexplained. The Perron haunting laid the foundation of the Conjuring franchise, turning their story into one of the most influential paranormal narratives in modern cinema. Before we continue, I need to say this. Who the hell stays in a house that is haunted or messed up like this? Because you and I talked about this yesterday when we were talking about the Conjuring movie. They stayed in that house for like what they say another 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, after
Yeah,
it was the demon
supposedly taken out.
Yeah,
and then these people stayed in there for another decade.
Yeah.
What? If y'all are not getting relief from this and y'all are staying in the house, I'm sorry. I'm going to say that you're a scam artist because you didn't get what you thought you were going to get.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, though, but the real house was pretty nice.
Huh?
The real house they stayed in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
The farmhouse?
Yeah.
It was. But, like, I'm sorry. I wouldn't know. If y'all are getting attacked and, like, bad things are happening, don't stay in the house. Just don't. Just go away.
I think after a while, though, you just get used to it, and it's just more like an inconvenience than anything.
At that point, you're just like, shut the hell up. We're working. I'm trying to study.
I'm trying to sleep, damn it. Go fuck off.
Go away.
Go away.
You can haunt me later.
Fuck, dude, we could pick this up at like in the morning. I'm trying to sleep. From there you go to the Bell Witch, 1817 to 1821 in Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see.
Long before ghost hunters or the Warrens, the Bell Witch terrorized a Tennessee family in the early 1800s. John Bell and his family began to experience strange noises, scratching sounds, and physical assaults. A spirit that identified itself as Kate tormented them, speaking aloud, predicting events, and mocking visitors. John Bell was eventually poisoned, and the locals claimed that the witch was to blame. Unlike later cases where there were no investigators or exorcists, only folklore and oral tradition. But the Bell Witch legend endures, inspiring books, plays, and the films like The Blair Witch Project, which remains one of America's oldest and most enduring hauntings.
Have you seen those movies?
Which ones?
The Blair Witch Project.
I watched the first one.
Are they worth it?
I like the first one. The second one is hot garbage.
As most sequels are.
Because the first one's a found footage movie, so it's all.
That's why I haven't watched it. I'm picky on those so much.
Yeah, it's all one handheld camera.
Mm-hmm.
Or the second one, it's more like a regular
actual movie.
Oh,
okay.
So with the Bell Witch, it's based off a real supposed witch called Bathsheba.
Bathsheba, what a name.
And supposedly she killed her infant child for demonic purposes. And she and so the locals were like, witch, hang the witch, blah blah blah, and they did. And so then that area, before she died, she cursed that plot of land that house was on. And so the Bell family who moved there were haunted by her. And she had a particular taking to the father for some reason, from what I've seen on YouTube. I don't know, it was just weird. And then I think after a while, she just kind of just fucked off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As they do.
As they do.
And of course, this last one of the well-known ones is one that the final Conjuring is about, which is the Smurl Haunting. 1974 to 1989 in Pennsylvania. Jack and Janet Smurl's haunting spanned nearly 15 years. They reported, which they do not hit on in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie, it's like a couple of days.
Yeah.
At most.
And then they said that they were there for only another 4 years. So it honestly, I don't know. I feel like they should have hit on that. They reported foul odors, scratching, apparitions, and even physical assaults by a demonic entity. Their haunting included one of the most disturbing claims in paranormal history, sexual assaults by the entity. They didn't talk about that at all.
Nope.
The Warrens investigated, declaring it a case of demonic oppression. Several exorcisms were attempted, but the disturbances persisted. Eventually, the Smurls left the home exhausted and traumatized. Their case was adapted into the book and TV movie The Haunted, cementing its place in paranormal lore. So that movie was nothing like what the actual case was.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of it's
Holy cow!
very Hollywood. And like I said, a lot of Ed and Lorraine's things were just showing up, being like, "Yep, place is haunted," and then leaving
and stealing the item.
Yeah, taking if there was an item.
They're like, "Oh, we'll take this from you, and it'll solve all your problems."
Did you know at like the beginning of their ghost hunting career, Ed would paint a picture of a house that was haunted. He would paint it, and then when he was done, he'd go up to the people living there and be like, "Hey, look at this painting I did of your house. May I come inside?" And then they would kick it off from there. Really weird.
That is really weird. That is some cult shit right there.
Hey, look at this painting of your house. Your house is haunted, by the way. Can I come inside?
I'm going to try that one day on a house that I really want to tour because it's so pretty. I'm going to be like, "Here, look, I took this picture of your house. Can I come inside?"
They're probably going to look at you and fucking call the cops.
Probably. But I did what Ed Warren said to do. Just follow me in his footsteps, guys.
Yeah, then they put you in the grippy sock place.
Hey, they have free pudding there. I hear the pudding's pretty good. Okay. Sorry.
Lesser known cases. The Black Monk of
Pontefract.
I don't know. Somewhere.
Nobody said how to say it.
Somewhere in the UK. They're all wrong anyways. They don't know how to say shit correctly. 1960s. The alleged haunting took place at 30 East Drive at an ordinary semi-detached house on Checkerfield Estate in Pontefract. The worst place to live. West Yorkshire. The events began when the pit. Oh my god!
Stop and take a deep breath.
No, it's these goofy ass names. Like what the fuck? Pritchard family, including Joe, John, fucking jean shorts, and their children, moved into the house, were subjected to constant supernatural disturbances. The activity included objects flying through the air, such as paintbrushes and eggs.
Oh no, not the eggs.
A grandfather clock being thrown down the stairs. The appearance of shadowy figure wearing a cloak, which some identified as a monk. Sinister inverted cross painted on doors and walls after a friend sprinkled holy water on the property.
Only a friend, not a father or anything like that. Just a friend.
A daughter's neck being grabbed and her body dragged up the stairs, leaving marks. The events were witnessed by several people outside the immediate family, including police officers, neighbors, and the local vicar, lending credibility to the account. The haunting became a widely known story, gaining international attention through the 2012 movie When the Lights Went Out, directed by Jean Pritchard's nephew. These people are fucking beings. The house at 30 East Drive is now notorious as one of Britain's most haunted properties. It is a popular destination for paranormal enthusiasts and ghost hunters, many whom report their own experiences with the hauntings' alleged residual energy.
Next, we move on to the San Pedro haunting in 1980s in California. The haunting began in 1989 when Jackie Hernandez, a pregnant single mother, moved into a home in San Pedro. The activity started with an unsettling feeling of being watched and escalated to objects moving, disembodied voices, and eventually full-blown apparitions and physical attacks. The manifestations included a floating, disembodied head, the apparition of a malevolent old man, and streams of blood-like substance oozing from the walls. The entity reportedly engaged in violent attacks, including attempting to strangle a skeptical photographer who was part of the investigation team. Due to the intensity of the events, a team of paranormal investigators were contacted, and the investigation and events were captured in the 1997 documentary An Unknown Encounter, the true account of the San Pedro haunting. The haunting reportedly continued even after the Hernandez family left the San Pedro residence, impacting those who were involved in the case. The haunting did occur over a period of several years, but it did start in 1989. The case is notable for the alleged physical evidence and attacks, placing it in a unique category of paranormal investigations.
Uh, the Rosenheim Poltergeist, 1967 Germany. In the office of lawyer Sigmund Adam, unexplained electrical malfunctions such as exploding and swinging light bulbs occurred. Heavy office furniture was moved, and the office copier leaked copier fluid. Must have been fun to clean up.
How did they know it was blood? Ooh.
A significant number of outgoing calls were made from the office's telephone account to a time service, with no staff members admitting to making them. Physicist Friedbert Karger and
I love how I keep giving you the hard names.
I know
Gerard.
Gerhard, I don't know.
They're German. It could go either
Zika
way.
from the Max Planck Institute observed and officially documented unexplained moving objects. Oh god. Okay. German parapsychologist Hans Bender investigated the case and attributed the disturbances to the repressed emotional state of the 19-year-old secretary, Anna Marie Scharberl. He suggested her unhappiness with her job and a failed engagement were converted into psychokinesis. Okay.
I wish that would happen to me. I want some psychokinesis.
Skeptical investigators like Joel Nickel and James Randi have criticized Bender's methods and conclusions, noting that he was unwilling to consider obvious naturalistic explanations or evidence of deception. Critics suggest that the possibility of an elaborate prank by Anna Marie I'm just going to call her Anna Marie, noting that similar activities ceased when she took a vacation and resumed when she returned. The case has been criticized for omitting key details and not thoroughly exploring more common naturalistic explanations of the events. The Rosenheim Poltergeist remains a frequently cited case in parapsychology. It is seen by some as evidence for paranormal phenomena and by others as a case of deliberate deception. The absence of video evidence of the more extreme phenomena also contributes to the controversy surrounding the case. These stories didn't always get a blockbuster treatment, but they're powerful reminders not all hauntings become Hollywood tales.
Now let's look at the investigators, the families, and the media. Looking across these cases, patterns began to emerge. Investigators like the Warrens often brought a religious perspective, focusing on demons and exorcisms. Secular groups like the Society of the Psychical Research took a more scientific approach, using documentation and psychological analysis. Families were often left in the middle, traumatized, ridiculed, or accused of fraud. Some profited, while others carried scars for life. In the media, they turned local hauntings into international sensations. From tabloid headlines to book deals and blockbuster films, the media shaped these cases into legends, blurring the lines between fact and fiction. Before we finish out this episode, what is your opinion on all of these cases that we've now cited? They all seem to follow a very specific rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, how to word this, do you think that makes them more realistic that it's happening? Or do you think that they're like, seeing the stories in the media and they're like, oh, this might play out well for us? And do you think that these families were kind of messed up in the public eye after this?
I think some of them could be true, and a lot of other people's are also wanting like the fame and attention. They're like, oh, so my house is haunted too.
Yeah.
Start doing it, and then like I notice reading these, a lot of these they all kind of start the same. At some point, there's just you hear sounds and unexplained voices. Then all of a sudden, it gets all physical and violent with whomever is being haunted. They all kind of like play out the same, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, just all of them, just all the same shit.
Yeah. I will say though, the Perron family one with the farmhouse like we were talking about, the little girl did come forward and say that a lot of the evidence that they had on film and cameras and stuff was her faking it to try to get attention. So when it comes to things like that where kids are involved like that, do you think that the kids put a lot of fakeness out to try to help their families? get like something out of it, or do you think it's specifically just the whole family's kind of in on it?
I think the family could be in on it, like the one with the Enfield haunting with her. I think she was just probably just throwing a major fit,
Okay.
and it was just just unbelievable why the parents, they're like, oh, clearly she's possessed, but it's just a child throwing a big old hissy fit and doing the voices like they said, it's just they accused her of ventriloquism,
Yeah.
but it could just be the girls just doing different voices.
Which they brought that up in the Conjuring movie too, didn't they? That they thought that she could have been faking it. I
Yeah,
feel like they touched on that a little bit.
yeah, they did in the movie. Like about midway point, they're all the news reporters and whatever, and all the people like surrounding the house. They're like, clearly she's faking it, so they all just kind of pissed off.
And that's when it kind of got worse.
Yeah, and then it really started picking up on the haunting stuff because now there wasn't a whole lot of attention on it anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think that the story specifically, we've talked about that, but now specifically on the stories and the cases where outside people are involved, do you think that those ones carry more credit because of the fact that it's somebody outside of the family who would not
be in on it.
be in on it or would not get anything from it? Do you think those ones are more realistic, that they could be real, or do you think that they are more just, oh, I heard this is happening, so now my brain's playing a trick and that's what's happening?
I mean, that could be both. Because I think unless you have like actual evidence of these things happening, how do we know?
Yeah.
Unless you get it on film or
Which,
you're on your phone or whatever now that there's furniture moving and just random marks on the walls and whatever. How do we know?
yeah, and there's always videos that pop up like that on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook of people getting on video or on like security camera footage, things moving and whatnot, and yet our entire species is always like, oh, that's fake. You tied a rope around it, or somebody
Yeah.
off camera's doing something to make it move.
Yeah. I mean, I know like some people on YouTube have actually faked it because
Yeah.
they're just not very good at editing their videos or whatever.
Yeah.
But some, like I said, some people will just won't believe regardless of paranormal activity.
Yeah. You believe, obviously. Oh, excuse me. You believe in the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it is as not prevalent, malevolent as people say it is?
No.
Do you think some cases could be, or do you think it just really depends on?
I think they can be, I guess, with how physical, like if people start getting hurt and injured or whatever, and there's like physical marks and whatever, then yeah. Because like not every spirit that's haunting a place likes that. I mean, like like the reason why they're haunting the place is because they got unfinished business.
It's always such a funny
Yeah.
ghost thing for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't finish my taxes. I'm gonna be haunting everybody now.
I'm haunting this house forever.
Oh, I
Or like-
didn't say bye to my daughter. I need to haunt this place now until she comes and sees me. But she doesn't know I'm here.
Yeah. And then like the vengeful spirits, like the Japanese one, or
Hey, you okay?
the yokai. Oh, like I said, but they're more. Yeah, some of the yokai.
No, Yorai. Sorry, Yorai.
Yeah, yokai is a different thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yorai.
We should talk about those one day.
I think it'd be interesting to go into each one of the different types per region.
The Yorai and then the Onryo.
Onryos are scary.
They're vengeful. They're vengeful spirits. Like someone did them wrong, they got murdered, whatever, and that's why they're what they are.
Yeah, Onryos scare me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up the episode then.
Okay. Paranormal cases are never just about ghosts. They're about people, their beliefs, their fears, their desperation for answers. Whether hoax, hysteria, or genuine encounters with the unknown, these stories continue to echo through time. But hauntings aren't always tied to familiar families or places. Sometimes the curse follows an object, from dolls said to walk on their own to tombs that brought death to those who disturbed them. Cursed objects hold a terrifying place in the paranormal history.
Join us next time for episode 24, where we'll explore curses and cursed objects, the things we should never have touched but couldn't resist.
Thanks for wandering through history with us on Echoes of the Past.
If you liked what you heard, subscribe, rate us, and tell that one friend who still quotes fun facts at parties.
And remember, history may repeat itself.
But we promise not to.
See you in the next Echo.
episode.